why there could still be hope for the Mariners in the postseason.
And what caused the flooding on Grimes Way. Those stories and more right now on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good afternoon, I'm Alex McCollum.
And I'm Albert James. Thanks so much for joining us for Murrow News 8.
The Mariners lost Game 2 of the ALDS, which gives the Astros a 2-0 lead. The series comes back to T-Mobile Park, where Seattle will see its first postseason baseball since the stadium was named Safeco Field in 2001. First pitch for Game 3 is scheduled for 1:07 p.m., with George Kirby getting the start. And if the Mariners win Game 3, then first pitch for Game 4 will be at 12:07 p.m. and will likely feature Logan Gilbert as the starter. If the M's can win both home games, they would force a winner-take-all Game 5 on Monday in Houston.
Back here at home, university officials are providing more details about yesterday's flooding incident on Grimes Way. Yesterday around 2:30 p.m., construction crews were working on campus when they damaged a 16-inch water line. This is the latest of 3 pipeline issues on Pullman streets over the past 3 weeks. Officials say this is non-potable water and the incident will not contaminate anyone's drinking water. Facility Services announced they controlled the flooding and reopened the road to traffic at 6 p.m.
The Pullman Good Food Co-op is partnering with the Palouse Conservation District for the Adopt a Stream program. According to Pullman Radio, there will be a fall stream cleanup tomorrow from 10 to noon at the north end of the city playfields. Trash bags and gloves will be provided, and it's recommended to bring warm clothes and boots. To RSVP for the cleanup, you can email hello@pullmangoodfoodcoop.com.
The Biden administration has extended the COVID-19 public health emergency through January 11th. Extending the emergency allows federal agencies to expand necessary programs without needing congressional approval. This comes less than a month after the president said that, quote, the pandemic is over, end quote, in an interview in September. States will receive a 60-day notice before the emergency is lifted, so we will know as early as November whether January 11th will in fact be the last day of the public health emergency. Speaking of public health, there's something going on at the Elson S. Floyd Cultural Center this morning. Our own Aaron Monson has that story.
I'm here at the Elson S. Floyd Cultural Center where their Flu Shot Friday is going on once again. Every year, WSU nursing students give other students a chance to get their flu shot for free on campus. At Washington State University, Flu Shot Friday has been going on for 20 years, giving students free flu shots during the flu season, and now Nuki's going to give me my flu shot this year too. 2, 3. In Pullman, I'm Aaron Monson with Murrow News 8.
You've probably noticed that the leaves are falling here in Pullman, and with that seasonal change comes flu season. Murrow News 8 reporter Jonah Oakleaf gives us a look at what we can expect this year.
Unfortunately, we think we're going to have a pretty bad flu season this year.
A warning heeded by many students while we fall into the winter months. To keep students healthy, Cougar Health Services is offering accessible and affordable vaccinations in an effort that they say has already seen success.
When you look at having a 5-hour Flu Shot Friday clinic, I'm very pleased that we're, looking at 500 folks that have shots in arms and are protecting themselves.
Cougar Health is hosting flu shot events every Friday at the Ellison Floyd Cultural Center on campus, available to all after registering through the student portal.
Once you've checked in at the front desk and waited in line, all it takes is a few seconds. And you're good to go. Simple as that.
According to Cougar Health, getting vaccinated is the best thing that you can do to prevent the flu from stealing your semester. But on top of that, there is one more crucial thing to remember.
I think the second most important thing is to stay home if you're sick. You may already have the flu, but that will help stop this more population level perspective and stop other vulnerable people getting the flu.
In Pullman, I'm Jonah Oakleaf.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and once again, Cougar Athletics will wear pink at some point throughout their seasons in honor of breast cancer awareness. Leagues like the NFL, MLB, and WNBA have been bringing attention to the cause for years, with baseball partnering with the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation in 2004. WSU will host its annual Pacific Northwest Student Leadership Conference tomorrow at the Cub. The event will feature different workshops and speakers about leadership and how to be leaders at WSU and beyond. Over 120 students from the WSU system are expected to attend. Students can still sign up on the Cougs Lead website or register at the event itself. Nicole Wamsley, leadership coordinator with Student Engagement Services, says students should be excited to learn more about themselves and hear from campus leaders and even get active.
And try some athletic skills out with a mystery project involving wood and cinder blocks.
Coming up, Pullman PD are cracking down on vehicle-related crimes.
And why renovations on campus are so busy, next on Murrow News 8.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, with early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man who gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
The Pullman Police Department reported several vehicular crimes throughout the city on Monday. According to the Daily Evergreen, a motorized bicycle and SUV collided in a roundabout. No injuries were sustained there. Another call was made reporting that 2 males were heard damaging a vehicle, but when police arrived at the location, no damage was found or any people in the area that fit the provided description. According to the article, Pullman resident Paul Hurt has also been charged with residential burglary and malicious mischief for trespassing on residential property and breaking a foul pole. And WSU's Johnson Hall is currently going under demolition. Murrow News 8 reporter Austin Peppers has details.
Johnson Hall is a building that means a lot to Washington State University. It's a part of the College of Agriculture, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences Department. Now it's being demolished.
A mixture of excitement, elation, and a little bit of loss and sadness.
It will go down as the largest demolition ever at Washington State University.
While Johnson Hall is currently undergoing demolition, they do plan to replace it with a new federally funded building that will be supported by the USDA.
Members of WSU are excited that the USDA is going to be involved with the new project. It seems like the USDA and WSU are working well with each other throughout the process.
And the USDA actually was a good partner with us in this project as well. We moved a lot of their staff actually into Clark Hall as well. So it was about almost a 50-50 split between WSU faculty and USDA faculty that were moved into Clark.
Cynthia Arbor, the project manager for WSU Facilities Services, says they plan to not demolish everything and keep the annex building standing. In Pullman, I'm Austin Peppers.
Drivers who take Center Street are going to notice a change in the road early next week. The city is preparing to reopen the road early next week with traffic circles near Itani Park. Take a look at your screen here. The two circles will be located at the intersections of Center and Itani Drive and Center and Finch Way. The city posted this graphic illustrating what drivers should do at the traffic circles, emphasizing they are not true roundabouts. Drivers should slow down, stick to the right, and yield to traffic already in the circles. Larger vehicles should make left turns in front of the circles. The city says these are just some of the traffic calming measures they're considering putting all around Pullman. Back on campus, another building was supposed to undergo renovations starting in 2020, but focus on that project was redirected. Murrow News 8 reporter Anna Michelson has the story.
Wilmer Davis Residence Hall has been a place filled with fun and laughter for decades. In the beginning of 2020, Wilmer Davis closed its doors to students as it was supposed to be renovated. But as the years have gone on, there has been no significant changes to it, and it still remains closed.
It makes me feel sad. My sister came this year, and I told her to put Wilmer Davis down as one of the dorms to live in, and then realized it wasn't going to reopen. So I was upset about it, but I think it's important because I would not have traded living in a different dorm at all. It has a great location. It's really like a fun dorm, and I just loved it. So I think that if it reopens, it'll give people the opportunity to also have the same experience that I did.
And I remember I was coming back from Starbucks with one of my friends, and I was walking in the door, and there were these two elderly ladies who were like, who had lived there when they were freshmen in college, and so it was fun to like just chat with them and like hear about their experiences. So it'd be great to like have that same opportunity later in life, like when we come back to visit and like meet girls who are living in the rooms that we had lived in before.
I spoke with Meg, director of WSU Housing and Residence Life, and she said there are no plans to open Wilmer Davis in the near future.
We've really kind of redirected our focus to the south side of campus right now. And so we are really focusing on improving the student experience on the south side of campus. Anything that we would do with Wilmer Davis is on hold while we pursue what our options are on in that other area.
With no clear plan in sight, the only thing Wilmer Davis will hold are fond memories of years past. Reporting from Pullman, I'm Anna Michelson, Murrow News 8.
Why farmland recovery could help improve air quality.
And how much sunscreen you're going to need this week when Murrow News 8 continues.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
According to a University of Idaho study, leaving farmland alone can make our air cleaner. According to Pullman Radio, a USD Conservation Reserve program funded farmers who paused farming on lands in the program to let them recover. The study found that because fertilizer was not being applied to the soil, less nitrogen broke down in the atmosphere. The study found that over 1,300 deaths may have been avoided due to the cleaner air. The USD will continue their research to understand how this process works. And speaking of atmosphere, Emmett, we've had a lot of sun the last couple days, and I'm very curious if that's going to continue.
Yeah, Alex, I would expect it to continue. Today we got a high of 73 with a low down at 41. It was 53 degrees when I came in here earlier. We're now up to about 67. A little bit of wind coming from the west to the east, about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Sunrise this morning was at 7:05 a.m. and then sunset coming up at around 6:03. Tomorrow, on the other hand, it's going to get a little bit warmer, up at 75 with a low of 41. Sunset moving up 2 minutes, and sunrise getting a little bit later, and then sunset getting a little bit earlier. There's a little bit more wind tomorrow than there was today, but let's pull it out to the map of the state of Washington. Over here in Pullman, of course, again, it is 73, going to be 73 tomorrow with a low of 41. Spokane dealing with that same sort of 73 to 43. Tri-Cities, of course, down at 75 degrees with a low of 40. And then Yakima is going to be 76 with a low of 45. The east side is going to be sunny all week long, but if you're driving over to the west side, maybe for the Mariners game this weekend like I am, the pass is going to be pretty hazy, but it's going to be hot all weekend. But then as you go over to the west side of Washington, the weather's going to look a little bit different. It's still going to be hot, but they're dealing with that same haze that the pass is going to be dealing with both in Olympia and Seattle. Olympia is going to be at 75 today with a low of 49. Seattle's going to be at 70 with a low of 54. There's an air quality alert for both, but the haze should be gone by Sunday night. Olympia, it's going to get up to 80 this weekend. Sunday, drop down to about 70. Seattle, Mariners third baseman Eugenio Suarez would say good vibes only. I'm going to say good weather only. Saturday, it's going to be 75 for the Mariners game. Sunday, it's going to be 79. There's not going to be any rain. But if you do hear any, bangs, any clangs, anything like that, it's not going to be thunder. It's going to be the Astros banging on those trash cans to try to take down the Mariners. I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Emmett, thank you. Coming up, find out which WSU football player is getting national recognition for his performance so far.
And the unique opportunity that WSU fans have to get closer to their team. Your sports report after this.
Days, months.
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
Years.
I'd like to give you this.
A lifetime. Can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
WSU linebacker Deion Henley was named to the Bednarik Award list for the best defensive player in the country in college football. Henley ranks second in the Pac-12 in both tackles and tackles for loss, and that mark is good enough for fourth in the entire country for tackles for loss. Henley joins teammate R.J. Stone, who is already on the watch list from the preseason, and the list will then be narrowed down to 18 semifinalists on November 1st before being going all the way down to 3 semifinalists on November 22nd. Now, Henley and the Cougs take on Oregon State tomorrow, and if you're making the trek all the way down to Corvallis, Emmett Savoris is going to give you a quick update on what that weather forecast for the game is going to look like. Emmett?
Hey, thank you, Grady. It's going to be pretty warm down there in Corvallis. It's going to be kind of very similar to how it is over here on the east side of Washington and Pullman. It's going to be 70s throughout the entire week. But for game day, there's going to be a high of 86 degrees for kickoff at 6 p.m. for game day, with a low coming in at about 47 degrees. But Corvallis is going to be dealing with some of the exact same haze that Western Washington is going to be going through all day on Saturday, but there is no air quality warning at Reser Field. There's going to be a little bit of wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and a cool 80 degrees is expected right at kickoff. And for a preview of the Cougars matchup against the Beavers, Murrow News 8's Sydney Berger has you covered.
Washington State football is halfway through their season as they travel to Corvallis this weekend to take on Oregon State. Like the Cougars, the Beavers are also 4-2 heading into this matchup. After practice Monday, head coach Jake Dickert said Oregon State would be one of the more physical teams WSU would face so far this season. And with a few offensive injuries, the Cougs are relying heavily on another strong defensive performance this weekend. Washington State's defense is second in the Pac-12 in team sacks, and many players have several tackle for losses this season. Redshirt freshman Jaden Hicks credits the success to the consistency of the defense.
We're a tough group, and I think just how we practice and how we take each day. We practice 1-0 every day. Veterans and team captains Brennan Jackson and Ron Stone Jr. are obvious pieces to the puzzle, but with injuries on this side of the ball as well, younger talents like Jaden have support and trust from veterans like Jordan Lee to get the job done.
It made me happier for his successes than my own, to be honest, so that kind of uplifted me, being in that big brother role.
Jaden has played in every contest this season and had 3 consecutive games where he collected double-digit tackles. As his first full season, this is an impact he expected to be making. I always believed in myself, so I knew once I was going to get my shot, I was going to shine. The Cougars haven't lost a game against the Beavers since 2013 and will try to defend their 8-game win streak this Saturday in Reser Stadium. In Pullman, I'm Sydney Berger.
Elsewhere in WSU athletics, the WSU swim team takes on number 9 California at Gibb Pool tomorrow, but fans will have a unique opportunity today to meet with the coaching staff. Today from 4:45 to 5:30, fans can watch the end of swim practice and meet with head coach Matt Leach ahead of their big meet this weekend. This event is put on by the WSU Alumni Association and takes place right here at Gibb Pool on WSU's campus. Now over to rowing down on the Snake River. The WSU women's rowing team started their preseason by competing in the Burnaby Small Boat Invitational. The Cougs gained valuable experience from this meet and are excited for the season ahead. Head coach Jane LaRiverie said it's difficult to set expectations on the team until the season starts all the way in April, but she loves what she's seeing from the team's energy and camaraderie. WSU rowing will next compete tomorrow just up in Spokane at the head of the Spokane race. And in tennis, headed over to the court, WSU Tennis is in California today as they begin the 2022 ITA Northwest Regionals on Stanford University's campus. This tournament will run through Tuesday, October 18th, and the Cougs have 6 players competing in the 128-person singles tournament, as well as 3 doubles teams competing in the 64-team draw over there. The last fall event this tennis team has on their schedule is the Baylor Invitational, October 28th through 30th in Waco, Texas. And finally, the WSU men's and women's cross country teams are also on the road over in Stillwater, Oklahoma for the Weiss Crockett Invitational. The men's 8K is set for 7:30 a.m. and the women's 6K will start at 8:20 a.m. The Oklahoma State track course is also the site of next month's NCAA Cross Country Championships, but before any Cougar hopefuls will make it there, they'll have to perform well at both the Pac-12 championships and the regional championships. The Pac-12 championships are up first October 28th in Riverside, California.
Thanks, Grady. When we come back, we'll talk about some of our favorite desserts.
And some of our hot takes. I'll give you a preview. Vanilla. If that doesn't want to make you come back, I don't know what will. Stick with us.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Today is National Dessert Day. My personal favorite dessert is a raspberry cheesecake, but my hot take is that any dessert that has pretzels in it is disgusting. Albert, what did you mean by vanilla?
Well, hold on. Let me first start by saying anything with pretzels. Pretzels are great. And I mean, even in a dessert, I love a cookie with a pretzel on top, salty and sweet, good balance. I've been really into popsicles right now. Just basic flavored popsicles, like a child, basically. But my hot take, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Vanilla is a great flavor of ice cream. Emmett?
It is. No, I'll back you up on that. Vanilla is a fantastic flavor of ice cream. My personal favorite is huckleberry.
That's good.
You go to Oregon, get some huckleberry ice cream, fantastic. I just personally, I don't like chocolate.
I don't either, and that's okay.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Here we go, Grady.
So me and my friends, all my roommates, every Friday, we got Ferdinand's Friday. So today, especially on National Dessert Day, you head over there, and my favorite thing about them is their cookie dough ice cream. It's not chocolate chip cookie dough, it's just cookie dough. So you just have vanilla ice cream, Albert, vanilla, solid, and then it's vanilla with cookie dough, that's it. And then you just eat it, and they also have chocolate cookie dough, and that's incredible as well. So that's basically all I got for you, Ferdinand's Friday.
Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8, and you can follow us on social media at Murrow News 8. Have a great afternoon.